was 5:47 p.m. on April 15th. In a few hours, tax season would be over. Chance Golblatt, certified public accountant, was exhausted after months of maneuvering through the treacherous minefields of exemption codes. Raking his strong fingers through his tawny, tousled hair, Chance's dark and brooding eyes swept over the mountainous volumes of tax codes littering his office. God, I just love being a certified public accountant, he said. Chance Golblatt, CPA, was a ruthless warrior on the battlefields of state and federal taxation. Each fiscal year, his blood pounding with the thrill of the hunt. Chance pursued deductions, ferreted out loopholes, and outwitted evil IRS auditors. But is this particular tax season drew to a close? The prospect of all the long and desolate months until the next fiscal year left Chance feeling strangely despondent. Damn, if only I weren't so manly, I would let a tear trickle down my rough-hewn cheek right now. Shrugging off the tension that gripped his brawny shoulders, Chance reminded himself that he often felt this way at the end of the season. Perhaps it was just a typical case of post-filing depression. Probably too many late nights. And yet there's always next year's filing forms to console me. God, is there anything more beautiful than an underpayment of estimated tax by individuals and fiduciaries form? Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. The door opened. A woman entered.
Desiree Hofflemeister stood nervously poised in the doorway, her delicate trembling fingers clutching a tattered tax portfolio to her firm, perky breasts. I need a certified public accountant. Desperately.
At that moment, Chance knew that there was something indeed more beautiful than an underpayment of estimated tax by individuals and fiduciaries form. I'm afraid I can't help you. You see, there's only... He quickly checked his Timex watch. 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 23 seconds left until the filing deadline, Miss...
Hofflemeister, but please, call me Desiree.
Just the sound of that silken voice did something that he didn't want to think about to his insides.
I know this is all terribly last minute, but please, just give me a chance to explain myself.
Chance clenched his jaw in frustration. Damn, what was he thinking? According to his Timex, there was only 5 hours, 45 minutes, and 51 seconds left until the filing deadline. And this incredibly alluring and intriguing embodiment of womanhood wanted him to prepare her taxes. If he knew what was good for the both of them, and he did, he would send her and her portfolio back out the door. Look, Miss Desiree, you can always request an extension. That'll give you more time.
Oh, no, that's not possible.
Not possible.
Desiree hesitated, suddenly flooded with agonizing doubt. Did she dare tell him? Could she trust this man enough to open herself completely to him? I'm so sorry, Mr.
Call me Chance. Ah, hell, he thought, what could it hurt just to listen? He motioned her to be seated.
Chance. There was something compelling about this man's name that suddenly filled Desiree with a surge of hope. Maybe she was just a sucker for a pair of broad, well-tailored shoulders. But Desiree sensed that she could risk taking a chance on this chance. And yet she wondered as her sparkling emerald green eyes searched the dark, swirling, unfathomable depths of his. What was such a strong, masterful, yet understanding alpha male like him doing in a job like...
You're probably wondering what a strong, masterful, yet understanding alpha male like myself is doing in such a nerdy profession as accountant.
My God, she thought. He's so empathic.
See, Desiree, numbers are my life. Sure, I could have been a theoretical mathematician, or a computer analyst, or even an engineer, but God help me, there is just something about certified public accountancy that really puts fire in my loins.
Chance's passion for his profession inflamed Desiree, and ignited something in her own loins as well.
But enough about me. Are you feeling up to telling me what brought you here?
Yes. Now that your manly aura, strength, sensitivity, and sensuality has reassured me, I think I can share my poignant story with you. You see, Chance, for generations, the males of my family have all been certified public accountants. They've even married female certified public accountants. So in our family, Filing one's returns by April 15th has always been a point of honor.
Chance was baffled. With a family of accountants, why did she come to him? Why have you come to me?
Because, oh God, it's because a terrible tragedy has befallen my family.
Tragedy?
Yes. You see, since our parents died, it's only been myself and my 8 brothers. Last year, my 8 brothers and their respective wives all worked together on a certain corporate account. Little did they realize that the corporation itself was actually a front for a notorious international cartel of dry cleaners.
I had no idea there were dry cleaner cartels.
Neither did I. More to the point, neither did my 8 brothers and their respective wives. You can imagine my siblings' dismay when, come tax time, their clients insisted they declare laundry money as laundry money.
A horrible ethical and moral dilemma for any CPA.
Especially for a family like ours. Anyway, after months of agonizing and with April 15th fast approaching, my siblings did the only thing in good conscience they could do. They refused to put their mandatory signatures on the tax forms.
Good for them.
Unfortunately, the dry cleaners didn't appreciate such high professional standards. And so by midnight on April 15th, the cartel's inventory of lethal plastic clothing bags
Oh my God!
was reduced by 16 bags! My 8 brothers and their respective wives became martyrs for certified public accountancy.
Chance's manly heart wept for Desiree's tragic plight.
As the only adult left in the family, it's now fallen on me to raise my 12 orphaned nieces and nephews.
My God, Chance thought. 12 dependents? Could you imagine all the possible deductions? And then suddenly a terrible question forced itself from his sensual lips. I suppose your filing status is, Chance couldn't bring himself to finish the sentence. Of course, a woman this incredible had to have a man in her life. Then again, maybe she was divorced, or widowed, or... Who was he kidding? Of course she had filed as married female. And yet, Chance prayed fervently to himself that the next words out of Desiree's luscious mouth would be...
Single.
Chance was surprised at the relief that washed over him in her reply. And suddenly, as the tidal wave receded, his smoldering eyes narrowed with lust at this valiant, remarkable woman.
Desiree gradually became aware that Chance was squinting at her. Was something wrong? She wondered, suddenly self-conscious. Worried that her lipstick might have accidentally smudged her teeth, she quickly ran her slender fingers over them. Or maybe she'd inadvertently spilled something on a dress that so snugly yet revealingly covered her firm, supple breasts with her rapidly growing peaks.
Watching Desiree's dainty fingers brush over those very peaks, Chance groaned to himself as his trousers began to grow uncomfortably tight. Could this vixen really be so innocent of her effect on a man? Summoning all his self-control, Chance clenched his sculpted jaw and adjusted his straining trousers. Remember, he said to himself, a certified public accountant should be the professional you were born to be and stay focused on her tax issues. So, Desiree, are you the sole means of support for these traumatized tykes?
I'm afraid so. Ordinarily, I pride myself on being strong, but, well, right now I don't know how I'll go on. I can't give up. I just can't. Not when those dozen dimpled darlings are relying on me.
His heart melting faster than a scented candle in a men's room. Chance swiftly pulled a freshly laundered handkerchief out of his back pocket. He had always been a sucker for a damsel in distress. As he handed Desiree his handkerchief, their fingers accidentally brushed. Chance gritted his teeth as the slightest of contacts ignited a torch of lust within him.
Desiree gasped, shocked with wonder at Chance's touch. No, it had been more than a mere touch. It had been a caress. A caress by those strong, manly fingers. lifting Chance's handkerchief to her rapidly dripping nostrils. Desiree breathed in the potent musk of Hawk with Elva aftershave. The hot blood of American male. Overwhelmed, Desiree found herself swept up in a raging torrent of new and disturbing sensations as she began quivering, then trembling, and at last surrendering to the lust that swept languidly through her blood like hot, molten...
Qualified child tax credits!
Excuse me?
For your dozen deductible dependents, we have to consider all of your exemption options.
Exemptions? Yes, of course. Flushed, flustered, and faint with embarrassment, Desiree sat me, brow creased with worry as she struggled to collect herself. Could Chance somehow tell how she felt?
He could tell.
What could he tell?
He could tell what she yearned to tell him.
What about her told him?
Should he tell her how he could tell what she wanted to tell him? Oh, to hell with it. Desiree, I have never encountered a form like yours before.
Oh, Chance. Does this mean...
Yes, I'll do it. Sure, it'll be tough and it'll be grueling, but my God, I have waited my entire career for a challenge like this.
Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure?
I am absolutely sure I'm sure.
But there's so little time left.
Well, according to my Timex, we have 4 hours, 37 minutes, and 26 seconds to be precise, but who's counting?
How can you say that? With so much at stake tonight, the slightest miscalculation could spell disaster. I simply can't let you take that chance. Not when numbers are your life.
Don't you see? It's because numbers are my life that I know I'll make it. That, together, we will make it.
Did you say we?
We as in 2 of us. As in joint filing.
Oh, Chance!
No longer able to stop himself, Chance reached out and clutched the quivering Desiree against his wildly beating heart. And with that kiss, Chance Golblatt, CPA, realized that for all his calculating, he had never figured on a number like Desiree.